Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fair Wanderings, episode 20. We're all here. We're good to go. And, yeah, should be all good. It's been 2 weeks since we streamed? A couple weeks since we streamed?
It's been more than 2 weeks.
Okay.
We took 2 weeks off because I went to Germany,
Right.
and then a week off for Amazon. So it's been almost a month.
Right. So we did have an episode last week, and then now it's the first time we're back with an episode and streaming, and everyone's here. So, yeah, we're back to... God, Michael,
Why did it?
It would not be Fair Wanderings if there wasn't at least one camera problem. Welcome to the stream, everybody. My name's Mike.
Okay, fine. Let's switch you guys around and see if everything's good. Just a second. Nope, there's smooth, and then there's Michael. There we go. Everything's fine. Yeah. So, so Dom, how are you? It's been a little while.
I work a lot.
A
lot. School starts next month, so it's like gotta go buy some school supplies.
Gotcha. Cool.
Had a chicken sandwich for lunch / dinner. It was good.
Like one chicken sandwich that you cut and used for both?
No, it was like a sub with chicken tender strips, so it was like really big.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah, having some buffalo dipping sauce.
Awesome. Cool.
And, I'm about to go back to Fort and murder some people.
Yep.
All sleepers must die.
Yeah, that fort was that was a time.
I watched the videos. I'm like,
Huh? Yeah, that fort was
I'm looking at you, Evie.
That was Andrella.
I'm still looking at you. I can't look at.
To be fair, I think of all the people that could have handled that whole situation worse. Andrella had the most opportunities.
It made me feel all kind of ways.
Yep. It was a time.
But it's probably for the best I wasn't there or I had to mess genocide the whole fort.
No, like that would have been amusing to me. I would have laughed.
Well, yeah. Then we could have made. Then we could have all made.
That's how I see this. I would have at least killed 3 or 4 people before the poison darts got to me.
We could all make Eberron characters.
Yeah, it would have been TPK, but it would.
Do you just want to play a Warforged, Lily?
I like Warforged.
I'm not a big fan of Warforged. I like them conceptually. They're not my fave.
I'd probably be a paladin. I don't know why. I'm feeling a paladin needs some smiting in this universe.
What happens if there's a TPK right now is we jump over to the Sultanate War, and this just becomes a completely different campaign. Is what happens if there's a TPK. Like suddenly everyone's in the Sultanate, and we're all like either fighting each other or whatever. Lily,
we go very war games.
We go very war games.
It's God. It's fine.
Awesome.
You guys become part of like a Black Serpent kill team or something like that.
Well, here's the thing. Also, I am now apparently my time in the Fey realm have gave me swagger beyond swagger.
Yes.
Social issues. I can be that social justice warrior I always wanted to be.
Yes. It'll be perfect.
It's like I can mimic the culture of people, even though I have a tiny mimic.
Well, let's more reasons why Echo's an appropriate name for you.
It's glorious.
How's everybody else doing?
Pretty good. Yeah, Evie, how about you?
Right. So 2 weeks ago now, 2 weeks ago, I went to Berlin. That was fun.
Are you still hungover? I mean, jet lag.
No,
I feel like it's the same thing when you go to Berlin.
Probably. I am getting increasingly disappointed with the fact that food has no flavor here, comparatively, because Berlin food was delicious.
It just depends on where you get it.
Maybe a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. I spent the weekend in Boston, so I tried to eat out a bit. there are some places that do really great clam chowder. There's some places that have pretty good lobster rolls, but like,
I thought when you arrived at Boston, they handed you like a Guinness and a lobster roll, and you were just, that was like part of arriving in Boston. Is that not true?
I don't know.
I don't.
I love Guinness, by the way.
Me too.
But I've been getting back into the swing of things with work, except I have a friend visiting again this weekend. So now I'm like doing work, but trying to not do work. That's really hard.
Right. Yeah. That sounds hard.
So after that, I'm going to try and get a schedule worked out for games.
Awesome.
Yay.
So,
Games are fun.
yes, they are. I think part of what's keeping me sane. Oh, big thing that did happen. On Monday, I joined my IRL game here.
Cool.
Yeah. So
What character are you playing?
I am playing a Tabaxi
Oh
Bard,
my.
College
Oh
of
my.
Swords.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, she's great.
She's gonna be extra as hell.
Mhm. She's awesome. The introduction was this massive fight, which was basically the other players had left behind a bunch of bad guys that finally caught up to them. And so I started just like jumping around and stabbing things. And then I got slowed and I couldn't fucking shake it for the life of me. So I killed the guy casting the spell in order to get the spell off myself.
Hey, that is one safe way to eliminate a spell's effect, is to kill the caster.
So that was pretty fun. They're really good. And the group I'm playing with, they seem like really great people. So I'm very excited for next session when we'll get to do a bit more role playing. Because this one ended up being mostly combat, which was fine. I got the chance to try out my abilities. College of Swords is kind of cool.
College of Swords is really cool.
Yeah.
I actually really like it. As far as bards go, I think College of Swords or College of Whispers for me, for my money.
It was really frustrating though, because so I have a move where I can push something, and there was this big old monsters thing causing lots of problems, and I carved into it pretty good, but it wasn't getting anywhere near kill.
What level are you playing?
I lined myself up to push it, but there was someone in the way, so I had to hold my action for that person to move. But right before that person moved, the fucking monster moved. They'd sat in the same place for 3 rounds, hadn't done anything. Then they moved. I was so angry. So then I relined myself up, and they fucking died before I got the chance to do anything.
Exactly, Lego. Exactly. Oh, I'm sorry, Evie.
No.
It's fun when you have cool abilities and they get used, but sometimes it sucks when they don't.
I mean, I still like. Wait.
I built that.
I didn't get to do any. Dang it! Because the next time I tried to use my cool ability, I killed the guy before I used the ability. I was like, a kill, and damage, and oh, he's dead. Oops.
And then you wrote a song about it.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, I have such cool instruments because I'm Tabaxi, so I'm playing that I'm from the other continent. So I've got wrist maracas. I have a sword flute hilt or sheath scabbard.
Sword flute.
Yeah. So it's a scabbard that's a flute that your sword goes into, but it's a flute.
That might be the most badass thing I've ever heard.
Is the sword a flute?
No. The scabbard for the sword.
Okay.
So you put your sword in your instrument.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want swords coming anywhere near my instruments. Thank you very much.
Anyways, yeah, sorry. So
That was a dick
cool,
joke.
fun stuff.
Next up,
You.
me. Hi, everybody. I'm doing good. I started a new job. I'm exhausted. I went to 2 weddings in 3 days. Well, in
Wow.
2 days in another state.
That's a lot.
So I got on a plane Thursday night, flew to Denver, drove into Breckenridge, mountain biked down the Vale Valley, went to a wedding in the evening for my cousin, got up early the next morning, got breakfast with my parents, drove to my best friend from high school's wedding, who, if you all attend my wedding, you will meet because he's in my wedding party. He's awesome.
Oh, I've been meaning to RSVP. I just haven't figured out if I've got a +1 yet. Can
Yeah,
I
you have a
RSVP with
+1.
my +1 as a question mark?
Yeah, that's fine. Both
Cool.
of you, everybody in this call should have one.
Wait, what?
Dom, when I remember like months ago when I asked you for your address, and you gave me your address.
Did I?
Yeah, and I sent you an invite to my wedding.
I don't have that.
Oh no,
I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Did
We'll
you
talk-
move at the time that it should have been showing up?
Did you? We'll talk about this later. Okay.
Okay.
I've
Well-
been moving around lately because.
Well,
of
now
of
whoever moved into Dom's last place of residence,
Got a really beautifully worded invitation.
They're
Okay.
very pretty. I really liked them.
I'll let you know more. I don't think I have any left because I sent them all out. I'll give you all the information. I promise.
Technically, I'm not traveling right now because of family issues.
Totally fair. Thank you for letting me know. All right. So yeah, I went to a lot of weddings. I'm exhausted, just like Lego Doom is. I started a new job. Finally, I'm making actual money. Woo! And that's about it.
need that
Are you
money.
feeling better about your job?
I'm getting there.
Good.
I'm still learning.
Yeah, because you're like been there a week. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah. Hoorah, money. Are we ready to get into recapping of what happened last time?
Yes, and I think you
Yeah.
should probably get a pretty extensive recap.
A lot happened. So
It's the worst recap ever.
It
yeah,
did.
that is a lot happened. So basically what happened is on the way to the fort, Echo was plucked from this reality by the King of Winters, by a King of the Fae,
Because we didn't keep the contract.
because we did not because you did not complete your contract.
What? Okay, sure. Fine.
Evie,
So I had-
well, excuse me, Andrella, still in total denial that her ex-boyfriend, well, at the time, current boyfriend / boy she cheated on with her like orc boyfriend. So Andrella has a lot of boyfriends.
She's an angel, of course. Come on, everybody. wants
Angels
to be
have a
with her.
lot of boyfriends. Insert Victoria's Secret model joke here. So that happens. So Andrella's in denial. Everyone walks up. Vana, Dark Elf, who is Andrella's boyfriend's actual wife, gets treated like shit for extensive period of times. Yes, a whole lot of there's a whole lot of boyfriend between just those two people, let me tell you. Cecilia gets talked at like she's dirt because Dark Elves are racist.
Woohoo!
Andrella and her boyfriend are intimate, and then she wakes up and realizes that she's being like monitored and babied. Vana like confesses like horrible self-doubt and self-loathing as a result of her abuse to Cecilia. Cecilia does awesome things. Andrella dreams about Raspin and the Blue-Eyed Raven. Cecilia dreams about Kirkall, who is watching from the watching from the Shadowlands. Andrella wakes up, begins exploring the camp, hears someone scream, uses magic, sees that Kirkall in like the astral plane has been playing music the entire time, and that's what she could hear. Sees someone scream, runs over, and witnesses her ex-boyfriend beating his actual wife. I need a bunch of thumbtacks and some oxygen to like get.
Don't forget the demon.
There was a shadow demon.
Yeah,
There was a shadow demon.
so the
that was
wife
summoned by her
wanted
boyfriend.
to talk to her husband about the situation, and Cecilia went with. And when Cecilia was trying to like prevent the beatings from starting,
A
she
demon showed
got
up.
grappled by a demon that was summoned to do this.
I was doing great until the demon showed up. The
You
demon
were.
showed up, and then suddenly the demon like got me in a grapple, and then I had to like, I had to. Yeah.
And then Andrella comes in and like
Startles everybody.
startles everyone, and boyfriend almost talks his way out of it, and then one of his lieutenants points out that, oh hey Atron, you're beating your wife. Isn't that kind of shitty what you're doing?
Well, so he says it in Elvish, which he doesn't realize Andrella can understand. Because he's like,
Yes, Vox Decorum. When one boyfriend one-sided marries you, it counts as like 3 boyfriends alone. I agree.
but yeah, so like Andrella caught that because it was being said in a way that she wasn't supposed to hear it.
Yeah, it was being said in Elvish,
Yeah.
and he assumed that Andrella could not speak Elvish.
Surprise!
Even
They're all
though
shitty.
We've pointed out in universe, everyone's mother speaks Elvish.
No. You had Vanna say that everybody's third aunt speaks Elvish, and that's it. That Elvish is not common.
I mean, Elvish is common enough.
Maybe in the other parts of the world, but not among the Everdark. That's the
Oh, absolutely not.
way you've made it sound. So he must have thought that that wasn't going to be.
He thought that wasn't going to be an issue. Yes.
Yeah.
He thought that only the elves could understand it.
Yeah. Well, Jerkface screwed up, and then Andrella kind of caught on to everything.
Yeah,
And then had a
so that broke her
meltdown.
heart. And well, that broke her heart. And she's like, okay, we're fucking over, break up. And as she goes to leave, he's like doing the whole, no, don't leave me, la la la. And then his like not so great nature starts to show up, and he tries to guilt her into staying, and she fucking loses it.
Yeah.
And she gets that holy rage thing that just starts like angel ability. And so she turns into a tiny little sun and starts like blinding everybody with this radiant energy coming from her.
And then she rode back to the city and went into her brother's basement to sulk.
To hide, yeah.
To hide, pretty much.
Yep.
Have I missed anything?
Oh, and then Cecilia was taking care of Vanna.
And Vanna's in rough shape.
Yeah.
And Echo. Let's find out what happened.
Oh,
to you in the
I made a lady sit on a boat.
Yes,
oh yeah,
you did.
that was pretty great. That was a pretty great one. Yeah.
That was a good use of suggestion.
I used suggestion, told her to go sit on a boat and think about what she's done.
For 8 hours.
It was really good.
Okay, Echo.
So,
You have roll 1d20. Let's see where you end up.
11.
Okay, so Cecilia, where are you?
Wait, we don't get to play out what happened to Echo?
When are I?
When are I?
Yeah, what? Yeah, because days pass, right?
Yes.
Are we
several
still?
days,
Was it still?
several days have passed.
Oh, okay.
So what's our days been like?
I mean, it sounds like Andrella's just sulking, and
So we're just gonna skip.
Cecilia's like talking shop. Like, I don't know what you guys have been doing in the like 5 days
Oh,
before Echo shows up.
okay. So it's been a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the question. Like,
It's been 5 days.
I guess we probably would have assumed to just wait for a little bit for Echo to like okay, well the Fae will probably send him back, or at least we'll give him some time, and then we might start heading that direction or whatever. But
Yeah.
we'll give him a little bit. So that was probably our assumption. So I think Cecilia's probably just been like doing her job.
Just like being like a nice person.
Kinda, yeah.
introduction talk. Yeah.
But like in an official sense, so like probably like the second day passes of them just kind of like hanging around, and then she probably went to like Shalai or Ozenkon, and we're just like, hey, so like I'm a cleric. You guys need any clericing done?
Yeah, and they totally put you to work.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and helping all I can. Probably like
Mhm.
helping. I probably have Vana help too. Like,
Yeah.
give her something to do at least. In that, like,
Mhm.
I'll give you a thing to do, so you're not just sitting around like sulking about your stuff. Which
Yeah.
I would also do to Andrella if she would want it. Would you
Okay, because
accept?
that was going to be my next question. Is
Yeah.
so Andrella had gone to her brother's sanctuary, and I was like going to wonder, so is she left there undisturbed so that she spends 5 days completely by herself in this room?
Your brother periodically checks in on you. Ozenkon basically sits with you whenever he's free. He doesn't say anything. He just sits there and is like a presence.
Cecilia would probably go there after like probably like into the third day of like not seeing her. Give her like a couple days, like just give her a couple days with her brother and do that, and then like I haven't seen her in 2 days. I should go at least say hi.
Okay.
Yeah, and so Cecilia has checked in on her at least.
So
yeah.
when you're checking in on the fifth day, you come. It's like it's a building lower in the ground, so it's like a dugout section of the house. You go into the sanctum, and Andrella's doing her like soaking thing on the floor, and there's ice everywhere because she's been doing her soaking thing on the floor.
No, the ice is on her.
The ice is on her. Excuse
This
me.
is the difference, and maybe this would be something that maybe strikes Cecilia, because Cecilia's seen her get upset before, and when she gets upset,
She
the
lashes
ice
out.
goes all around her. Like she is just an emotional magic thing, and so when she gets upset, like that scene where you had to dispel magic so that you could walk across it without slipping. The ice always like radiated outward from her.
Yeah.
And this time it's her skin is covered in like ice the way window would be covered in ice.
Oh,
with, like,
yeah.
The ice patterns and stuff all over it. So yeah, it's a little different. Like the region around her might get a little bit like crusted, but it's not, it doesn't stay that way like it has previously.
So did you turn your fan back on?
Turn off the mic though.
No, yeah, if you want to have it on, you can just mute yourself, and then like if you need to talk
Can you hear me? Oh.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
So what happens?
If you just use the Zoom one, there you go.
So what happens is so you come downstairs, and Andrella, this entire time there has been a chest in the far corner of the room from you.
There's what?
Like a chest. Like
For
a
me?
sea chest. No, just in the far corner of the room. It's just a box. It's a locked box.
Okay.
Yeah, so suddenly the lid opens up, and then out jumps Mir, the little baby mimic that's gotten a little bit bigger. It like rolls around on the floor a little bit, and then Echo stands up, and he's wearing like a flower clown with antlers, and has like shirtless. The only clothes he has on is his cloak, which is being currently used as a loincloth. And he's just got like blue and pink. No, Sanctuary is a magical sanctuary. This is cheating.
By the way, I have grown facial hair by now. I have like a goatee going on.
You have a huge goatee that's been like bladed with flowers.
Does he look like he's been through the color run?
Yeah, but significantly more organized. And he's like pink and blue, and he just like stands up and just looks around.
I think my eyes are probably. Wait a minute, can y'all hear my fan now?
No.
Oh, because the thing finally gave me the option to switch to just this. I think it was trying to do both mics.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you sound a lot better now.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, you sound a lot better.
Yeah, you sound like usual.
Yeah.
So that's
so so Echo.
My eyes are kind of like dilating to like regular light.
Yeah,
My eyes have gotten used to the Feywild for like 7 days.
You have had like
You've been used to constant
the
twilight
most
for the past
awesome
however
7
long.
days of your life. Just like 7 days nonstop snow party. So you might be a little bit hungover. You definitely have a bit of a food baby going on.
Food baby.
Yeah.
Like look like I gained a little bit of weight. It's
Hey-
like
Hey, buddy.
you see my like I blink a little bit.
You okay?
Sylvia?
Yeah, as you
Uh-huh.
as you go to say that, you just suddenly cough and then
Which
cough
one
up
was
like a
fun?
rose.
This roast.
Are you okay?
No, I'm just yeah, Vox in chat.
Yeah,
Echo.
no.
Echo.
That was
Coachella
good.
was
Coachella
fun.
was fun.
What? I feel like I've been dreaming for like ever.
Yeah, another rose pops out.
Did what you are you hurt?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Nope.
You got a little everywhere.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Huh.
go take a nap.
Okay. We're in we're in the what was the name of the town again?
It's just the
Okay, yeah, we're in
it's just the Horde lands.
yeah, we're in the Horde city we were in before. So we're staying with Salai. You can just head there. There's rooms. So
I need to go check on somebody.
okay, you do that. You need help?
You see me kind of like staggering like forward.
Here.
Yeah, there's no butt on his pants, by the way.
There's no what?
There's like no butt. It's just like he's tied his cloak around the front of him.
Ah,
to, like,
right. Of
cover his
course.
junk, but his butt's hanging out.
Right. Of course. Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say guidance. No. What's the little spell where you just kind of like give him like a attaboy?
Guidance.
It's guidance?
Guidance gives you 1d4 on any
Is
roll.
my stuff here?
I thought there was one that like made you feel better.
Yeah, so
Oh,
what happens is, do you say that out loud?
Yeah, is my stuff here?
Yeah, and what happens is like Mir coughs and then just vomits more than the contents of the chest itself worth of your stuff onto the floor. Except for your clothes. Your clothes are just gone.
Wait a minute, they took my trophy? My
No, your trophy is what you're using as pants right now.
oh that's a weird pants that had like a lion, a goat head, and like
Yeah, exactly.
it's like, huh. Okay.
So yeah, it just like coughs a couple times. And then like barfs up a bunch of clothing.
Okay, you see me put my weapons on. I will see y'all in a few hours.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you need to rest for longer, feel free. I guess.
Have you? All right, Andrella, have you like acknowledged his presence at all?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's all happening right in front of me.
Yeah, but are you like watching it deadpan, or are you like, oh, Echo, you're okay?
Well, no, I mean, he's showed up and it's okay. I don't know, interacting with him.
Okay, man. You just. We'll be around if you need anything. So go rest up.
You see me like I hit into town and buy pants.
Huh?
We just get a shot of you like, just get like a shot of you like it's like the really quick like money changes hands. Cut. Pants get picked up off rack. Cut. Pants get pulled on. Cut. Like.
And then I make it over to Yang's mom house.
Yeah.
As standard protocol, I go visit her every time I'm in town since I've been gone for like a week.
Yeah. You arrive. You arrive and are told.
Is she still alive?
She stepped out. Is basically what you're told.
I leave.
She's like in the city.
What is the appropriate thing culture-wise when someone's not home? Do you leave a note? Do you go, go find?
A note and a present would be pretty applicable for like visiting a friend.
I guess I would have picked up. You see me go back, grab some roses, and then
No, you
drop
just
them
cough
off.
them up.
I cough up some roses, and I leave a note like, back in town, would like to have dinner with you at some point. Love, Echo.
Totally perfect. Yeah, and that's you do it. You know exactly like the honorifics and all that fun stuff, and like
And I
it's
guess I
totally
head
good.
over to Crocol house and say hi to that mom, and
Yeah,
I nap for like hours on end.
yeah. She asks if you like want a bath to get all the like colors off of you.
As I look down, nah.
Okay, get some rest, honey.
And on the way to, I guess, the guest room, I fist pump my orc buddy, the Coco's little sister.
Yeah. She's just like she runs up. She's like, "What's up, Echo?" Pop, and then just walks away. And like that's the whole exchange.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Blah, blah, blah.
La, 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 la.
And then I go to sleep for like a couple hours,
Uh-huh.
and I meet up with my crew the next day after taking a hot shower in the morning.
You should do anything.
So,
Yeah.
what were we doing? Unless y'all want to have a plan for that day while I'm gone, or were you going to cut for it?
Well, I guess
Cecilia,
yeah.
you do have like there is someone who you've been helping a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, they've kind of put you to work caring for like wounded veterans basically.
Sure.
One of the ones who took a like an axe blow to the chest but didn't die has needed a lot of like help,
Mhm.
and they've had you dealing with him.
Sure.
So that's sort of been what's keeping you busy. His name is Zart.
Zart.
He is an orc, but it's very he's a half orc, and it's very obvious that he has like some amount of gnomish ancestry.
Hmm.
Some amount of gnomish ancestry, and gnomes are not common in this continent. They're from like the Easterlands, like further to the east. But he has like the big bushy like handlebar mustache.
Okay.
He's very nosy. The sister's name is Tinrin. That is
Yep.
correct.
Like, is his wound still a wound, or is it like?
It's like pretty serious like nerve damage.
Okay.
It's like long term like this would require very powerful magics for me to fix.
Oh, okay. So I would need like a full on whatever that one spell is, where it's just like you basically reverse whatever the hell happened to this person,
Yeah, basically.
like the super restoration or whatever it's called.
Yeah, well, and you like talked to him. He was like, "Yeah, I was attacked by dark elves, and like I took a boarding axe to the chest, and I managed to sneak away, but you know, I had this wound and left it untreated for several days. And then when I got back, the healers did everything they could, but the damage was done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of what you're doing is like trying to relieve his pain and
Yeah. Using like the like healing magic as necessary for like stuff that I
Yeah.
can find, but like mostly it's a lot of like
like I imagine there's a lot of like helping him stretch to like help the scar tissue.
right, yeah, it's mostly a lot of that, probably like, okay, yeah. So here are some things I know, like like stretches to help you out. If you can get these herbs together, like, can you whip this up, and like if you're like having a really bad episode, drink this and it should help like with your muscles like relax and everything. And yeah, just like kind of physical therapy in a way.
Yeah. So
yeah.
and he's been super thankful. Zart is he's kind of a like contrary to both his people, because like orcs are kind of like vibrant and like full of life, and gnomes are like I guess there's always like the stereotype of like the goofy, funny gnome,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
And he's just like very dour all the time. Like he's
Well,
very like
delighted,
somber and serious, um, but reflective in like a really interesting kind of way.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure
Does
you.
he and if it doesn't come up, that's something, but like
Yeah, sure.
does he have any hobbies that he likes to do?
He loves reading fairy tales.
Okay, cool.
He that is one thing he does is whenever the Yanti caravans come through, he buys books
Uh-huh.
that he couldn't get and just like reads them voraciously.
Cool. Yeah, so I will like I don't give him my book, but I probably like I
He'll,
probably
like
like
read out of it.
yeah, like especially if he's having like if he just like I just need to lay down today or whatever and he wants to like
Yeah.
not do anything or something, I'll like hang out with him, read from that and uh let's
So-
see. Yeah.
Sounds good. So that's kind of what you've been up to.
Uh-huh.
Andrella, so the entire time, periodically, you've had 2 or 3, depending on how you want to count them, other visitors. Periodically, you hear that same harmonica playing in the background. The same song that you heard at Ozenkon's house and in the fort.
Mhm.
And periodically, you also faintly smell cigar smoke.
So when the harmonicas play, I think Angela mostly just like curls up into a ball and frosts over a little bit more.
Mhm.
When the cigar smoke kind of is around, she at least kind of like looks around the room a bit.
Mhm. Yeah. No one ever like makes their presence known, other than that. And of course, Ciander is like constantly like, Andrella, be okay, and like trying to like cheer you up, but it's just not working.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I think that she refuses to cry when Ozenkon is there.
Mhm.
And when she can tell the others are there too, she probably goes stoic also. Like,
Mhm. But most of the time, she's just crying.
most of the time,
Do you ever like come up for food?
when
Like,
you
like
said her
people
brother
bring?
checks on her.
Yeah,
So
but is it like the first day he was like, you should come up and eat something, and she was like, no, and then he's just been bringing her meals ever since.
yeah,
Pretty
and she
much?
probably only eats like half of it.
Okay, yeah. So there's like a plate of half-eaten food next to you.
Yeah. And when she's alone, I think that what happens is it sort of switches between crying and freezing and being like really really angry and a lot of electricity shooting around.
Mm-hmm.
And every now and again, and when she's alone, she'll kind of talk to Ciander a little
Like
bit.
alone.
Like when there's when it doesn't seem like anybody else is there, just Ciander, she kind of talks to Ciander a little bit, but it's more of a muttering out loud kind of
it's
thing,
not like
not
a
exactly a
conversation
conversation. It's just more like every now and again says some of the things that are kind of going through her head. Like, everybody's a lie. All of them. And things.
And he tries
like
to be
that.
like, that's not true.
I think for the most part, she probably doesn't really acknowledge what he says. Like, she hears him, but she doesn't accept, like, necessarily just because it's not a conversation.
She's just venting. She's not like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of a venting scenario thing rather than discussing. So I think that's how she spends most of her time. And when Cecilia visits... she also needs a different dress.
Has she changed her dress?
I mean, she would have gotten into the sanctuary and taken it off. and she had Raspin's cloak, so she'd just wear that.
Mhm.
I imagine her brother probably didn't want her staying like that
You've
and
been
gave her a
given
dress.
your sister-in-law actually. I forget her name.
If you needed clothes or
Um,
something too, like I would
Anastasia.
Cecilia would also
Anastasia.
get stuff.
Yeah, Anastasia will like bring you clothes.
Okay.
Anastasia's actually probably been kind of taking care of you,
Okay.
like when she's not like trying to take care of her daughter,
Right. Whom I can't hold,
who you can't hold.
which we established at the end of last session.
Uh-huh.
Because I am covered in frozenness.
Yeah, and yeah, so she's been around, and she's been like, I think she's been kind of tough on you, but like in a like, I'm a mom and you are being a child, so I'm going to treat you like a child kind of way, if that makes any sense. So she's like, you need to get dressed, you need to eat, you need to bathe sometimes, like just taking care of her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, Andrella puts the dress on, and if Cecilia gives her a different dress, she also maybe has now dresses she changes between so that one of them can get cleaned. Although she has prestidigitation, so I think she keeps herself. Like, I think that what happens is when she's told she needs to like take a bath or something, she just prestidigitates herself.
Which is not perfect, but it works. Yeah.
Yeah, it just at least cleans things. So.
Yeah.
And if she's like being told you need to eat, she like points at the plate and says, "I ate."
Yeah. So that sounds about right.
Yeah.
At some point during one of your crying fits, someone tries to like. It feels like someone tries to give you a hug.
Do they get frostbitten?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Just saying. She's
yeah,
covered
no.
in frostbite
Like you get the sensation of being hugged.
Okay.
Is that like comforting or does that alarm you? No?
It's just more distress.
More distressed? Is that made apparent?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, let's cut to when Echo wakes up then. So Echo wakes up. Andrella is still sulking. Cecilia's been working. Not really sulking, but like having like her worldview rebuilt before her very eyes.
I take a bath. And I guess I grab some breakfast, and I guess I head over to who's ever close between Cecilia and Andrella.
Well, Cecilia's staying in the same house as you. Oh, and Vana like sees you for the first time and is like, "Where have you been?"
The Feywild.
It's like she's about to say something, and then she's just like, "No, I got nothing." Just like sits down next to you and just like starts drinking tea or whatever.
I guess. What is the cultural thing to do to sit down and drink tea with her?
Yeah, no. The culturally appropriate thing for you to do is like, I guess for a dark elf would be to like most exchanges start with like a compliment.
Say you look. Is she still beaten up, or is she's better now?
She looks better. Okay. She looks better. Like she's in a dress that's not obviously dark elven.
You also don't know she was beaten up.
I'm just saying, like, she don't obviously have bruises on.
Yeah, no obvious bruises. she's like in an obviously not dark elven dress.
Okay.
She's got her hair like tied back.
I
in like a turban.
That dress looked lovely on you.
She like looks at you. She's just like kind of like smiles and says, "Thanks." Yeah, and you have one of those like kind of like small talky breakfast conversations. I don't know. What's a topic of interest for Echo? Cooking?
Probably like he's trying to comprehend what just happened. Because I'm pretty sure when you're in the Fey realm, it's kind of like a long dream.
Yeah, it's like a very, very long dream.
And I'm doubt like I actually slept as much as I should have.
Yeah, so you're just like narrating what happened, and she's just sitting there and listening and like nodding her head.
Oh, I'm definitely not talking about it, but I'm talking about like the effects of it afterwards. Like I'm more talking about other people's day versus like if someone asked me like what happened, and I was like, oh, nothing of. I try to avoid the subject. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, you like know something weird happened, and you're like, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, but
Okay.
tell me about your day. What's piquing yours, and like
Yeah, so she talks about she has been working with Cecilia and has been like, because she's a mom, has been helping take care of like sick kids basically.
Lana's a mom?
Huh?
What?
Yeah, Vana has kids.
What?
Julia didn't know this.
Yeah,
Go.
it smells like bacon in my house all of a sudden.
yeah. Is that when you walk down and you're like, wait, you're a mom?
Maybe.
She's like, yeah, I have some kids back in Everdark.
Oh.
Yep.
That's neat. They're probably as lovely as you.
I don't know. There's a lot of their dad in them, unfortunately. But
Oh, take
they're
credit
good
where
kids.
credit's due. Like for some reason, Echo usually say something snark or like
Yeah,
inappropriate, but he's very very.
yeah, and to say that in Dark Elf society, like a lot of times Dark Elf children are raised by not their biological parents. They're raised by like the head of the house.
I got you.
And so saying your kids are good because of you is a huge compliment.
Yes.
That's like a really nice thing you just did, and I think she notices and she like smiles really big. Is Cecilia just like, what the fuck is happening? Kinda.
Like, God, what would she say?
Do you ask about her kids? Do you ask about how Echo became like socially adept
Acceptable.
suddenly?
Kinda, yeah. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff happening.
Just taking it in.
When did how old are they?
One is 20.
Oh, right, elves. So
Yeah, one is 20.
right. So yeah.
The others are 16, 14, 9, 3, and 8.
Is that common for elves to have a ton of kids?
Not like high elves. High elves have very few kids. Dark elves can pop them out.
Okay.
Because dark elves have been like avoided the curse of elvenkind that creates wood elves and like the changelings. But dark elves like live for forever and have a bunch of kids. Is like the stereotype of the race. A bunch of kids. I wanted to subvert the elf trope because the elf trope is annoying.
I see. That's quite a
Well,
bit.
to be fair, if I was an elf and pregnancy lasts for a very long time, I probably will avoid it.
Yeah. Dark elf pregnancies are great. They're real short.
That's like a commitment raising a kid as an elf. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So
Does she seem okay talking about her kids, or like?
She's weirdly non-emotional about them.
Okay.
And Echo definitely picks up on this. Like talking about her kids is not something she's uncomfortable doing. It's something she's like unemotional about.
You see me like,
and whether or not that's a defense mechanism because she's worried she will never see her kids again, or if that's a legit, I miss my kids.
Oh,
And
then I
I
probably
don't
wouldn't.
care about, whether it's a defense mechanism or she legitimately doesn't care about her kids. It's hard to tell.
I probably wouldn't push the subject. I'll probably change it to. I do. I guess. Do I notice that she's not wearing the earrings anymore?
Yeah, her earrings have been removed.
Oh, I don't say anything, but I kind of do a glance towards Cecilia, and then I go back to the conversation.
Yeah. So you have a delightful conversation about all 7 of her kids.
Cool. Do you want to take a quick break? Yeah, quick break there, and then we can try to get Andrella out of her funk.
Sure.
Cool. Sounds good. We will see y'all in just a little bit. Enjoy the music. Let's see, which station should we do?
Drop the beat.
I'll put on some chip tune. That's appropriate for medieval fantasy, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, totally. All right, see y'all in a bit.